Hello, welcome to Cards by Kate Fletcher. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you everything I have made during the month of May. So let's just jump straight in. So this is in no particular order. And the first project I've been working on is for my cousin. Now this year, my cousin has been married to his wife for half of their lives. And that's pretty incredible. They married really young. He is a few years younger than me, but they're just the nicest couple. So this is the card I have made to mark it. It's really plain and simple, but I think it works. This is a topper I was sent in some happy mail. I think it's probably hunky dory. Let me know in comments if you know, but I do think that's hunky dory. And then the next thing I've done is this white card was sent to me, and we were asked to do a message or decorate it in some way, and it's going in a family scrapbook. So you send a blank piece of card to a crafter and ask them to decorate it. You're in for a bit of OTT, I think. So the first thing I did was I don't know if you can see, there's some purple card with gold swirls on. So I put that on first, then I've gone over the top of that with some blue embellishment mousse and my swirl stencil. And then I've stamped a few scripty type things, and there's a feather there. Next up, I put trim around it. So this is actually trim. And then I've gone over the top of the trim with some gold ribbon, which I just think works really well. And then I've used I don't know what it's called, this funny material. I've got a whole roll of it, and I featured it in a video a little while ago saying I wanted to use it more, and I've been doing quite a good job of using it, but I just thought it'd add some texture. And then I've just used a die cut, and I went with purple because I thought it kind of pulled through the purple from the back. So I'm fairly happy with that. I am 99% certain none of my family even know about my YouTube channel, let alone watch it. The only person that watches occasionally is my husband, so fairly safe sharing this, I think. I hope. And if not, I've just ruined a brilliant surprise. So moving on. This is the next thing I did. Now this was on Anne Melvin's channel a few Sundays back, and it's inverted triple time stamping, and as soon as I saw her do it I wanted to have a go, and I love it. I think it's such a great effect. I really like triple time stamping and double time stamping as it is, but this was just a whole nother level, and I'm really pleased with how that's come out. The only thing I'm not so happy about is I smudged the Nuvo drop. I just can't help myself. I tap them to see if they're dry, and invariably they're not. But I think that's made a really pretty card. I'm really happy with it. The only other mistake I made was I was rushing to get it done, and I've put where you write on the back of the image, but it doesn't matter. It still stands up. It's fine. So really like that one. Next up, I've been using my House Couple Ditch collection. So this is the latest one. This is the Bluebells and Buttercups, and I just made a load of thank you cards because it's Philippa's birthday in June. So I always like to send cards on her behalf when family members send her things, because I think it's really important to thank people. So these are what I have made. There's one more waiting to be done, but I think they've just made really nice cards. So these images are from the front of the pad where you get the cut parts, and then I've used a couple of the 12 by 12 pattern sheets, and then I also used some from one of the other collections as well. I think that was from Gift of Giving. Not sure now, I'm doubting myself. I'm pretty sure it's Gift of Giving, and they just work really, really well. So I've got one more to do, as I say, but I'm fairly happy with how those have come out. Next up, I was stash busting, and I still have some of the kit left over that I won from Sam, the Scottish crafter, last year. So I made this one. This one is going to be for my husband's friend's son. He's a teenager now, so I figured the trainers would be a great image to put on a card for him. I struggled to find a sentiment that matched, so I ended up using this best wishes that I had, but I think it kind of works. It's not terrible, but it's not great, I suppose, but fairly happy with that one. Next up is a challenge card. So if you follow the channel for a while, you will know I'm on a Facebook group where each month we're set a new set of cards to make, and this is the eclipse effect, but it's using shapes instead of images. So I've actually used a stamp I've had in my collection for so long. It's got to be a good 2 or 3 years, and I just never used it. I think it's really pretty. It's a sewing background stamp. So I stamped that using one of my multi-pads. You know, the ones where there's like lots of different colours in a row. Hope that makes sense. And then I just did the eclipse effect, and I've layered up the with love sentiment, and I think it works. I think it's a really nice card, so happy with that one. This one you will have seen in my Papercraft Society video if you watched it. It's a shaker card I made using the box. I think from now on that's what I'm going to do. When I do my unboxing video, I'll try and make a card straight away and show it at the end to show you what you can do with it. And then I'd also quite like to try and do some crafting with the Papercraft Society boxes through the month, because I know a couple of my subscribers get the boxes. So good to do some inspiration on those. But I really like that. It's come out really nicely. I've got glossy accents on the smile. Fairly happy with that, how that came out. Right, the next one is a challenge card again, but this is also a Father's Day card for John. So I used my Circus collection by Craft Consortium. I love this. Now I thought I'd use this because Philippa loves animals. So there's kind of some meaning behind it. And then you open it up and it pops out. How fun is that? And then you've got the juggler's batons. But I've also put I love you to the moon and stars. Now this was a stamp set I won a good 2 years ago. And again, I've not used it. I won it from Craft Stamper, I think they were called. It's a magazine that's now not functioning anymore because COVID basically saw them off, sadly. But Philippa loves looking at a book about the moon, and she loves to say moon and stars. So I thought that was a really nice sentiment to use in his Father's Day card. Also stamped the moon there. So I'm really happy with that, and I think it's a really fun card. Love it. I just love the pop. So I have that one. That, as I say, that was a challenge card. Next up, I did a video on how to make this. This is a DL card. You've seen it in a Hunky Dory video I did beginning of the month, I think it was, but I'm really quite pleased with that. The next items I have are Christmas items, so if you don't want to see Christmas, look away now. So I have this one, which is a set I won from Craft Stash years ago. Like, Jeanette had just started working for them when I won. In fact, actually, I don't think Jeanette was even there when I won. That's how far back I'm going. And it's a really nice topper set. I think it might be Debbie Moore Designs, but I've never used it. So I was like, right, I'm going to use it. So I just made this. It's really small, like ridiculously small, but it's just a really nice little card. And I've actually found a hack work while I was doing this, so definitely keep your eyes on the channel because I'm going to share what I discovered. You might already know, but I was mildly surprised. Next up, I've done this one. So I wanted to use the new dies from AliExpress that I had bought, and I've made this one. It's super lovely. I love it. I've used Christmas Tales to make this, and I just think it works so well. So there's that one. Then I made another DL card. This time I used Christmas Village. Of course I did. Really like it. I just think it all works so well. And yeah, that's that one. Next up is another challenge card. So this is the first one that I made, and it's another pop one. So I used I think it's called Time to Sparkle collection for this one. And it just pops. I just love it. It's so fun. Really like these. I think I'll be doing a few more like that, although they do get a little bit chunky in the middle, but it should still go as a small stamp, I think. And then I have another challenge card. So this one was like shadow stamping, I think it was called. So I don't know if you can see, you stamp white first and then you move the stamp a bit and you stamp over with a colour. It worked quite well. I'm quite pleased with that. I didn't let the sentiment dry properly though. I had used embellishment mousse on a stencil to get that, and I didn't let it dry properly, so when I went around it and edged it, it's kind of moved it, but at a distance it looks fine, so fairly happy with that. I used craft card. That was part of the challenge. I don't like craft cards, just putting it out there. When my craft card runs out, I will not be buying any more. I'm not a fan. Unless something drastic happens and changes my mind. Let me know in comments. Are you a fan of craft card? Do you use craft card? Do you like craft card? Or are you with me and you don't like the stuff? Let me know in comments. I'd love to know. And the last thing I have are these 2 storage boxes I made. If the video for this isn't up already, it will be up very, very soon. But these are card storage or embellishment storage boxes that I made. And I'm really happy with them. So this was my prototype one, following a tutorial in a magazine, which if I'm honest wasn't as clear as it could have been. And then this is the one I made on camera, and I adjusted slightly. So definitely keep your eyes out. If I haven't already put this video up, it will be up soon. And that's it for this month. So I have made a lot of other things. I've been working on embellishments for a swap I'm taking part in. I've obviously done my design team work, but I'm not 100% finished with that yet, so I don't really want to share it till it's done. And there's just other things that I've made and either sent to people and just not taken pictures of or filmed or whatever. Or there's Happy Mail that I've sent out and not put in this video. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I have included. Let me know in comments what kind of videos you would like on the channel, because I'd be really interested to know. If you're new, thank you so much for joining me. I really am enjoying this journey of YouTube and growing the channel, and I know I've had a few new subscribers lately, so keep an eye on the channel because I do a whole wide variety of videos and I'm always open to suggestions about what you'd like to see. If you've been with me a while, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you have enjoyed seeing what I've made. I bet you're not surprised to see some house coupled-itch featured. It wouldn't be a cake video without some. And I will be back soon with more videos. So take care, and until next time, bye for now.